Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about my likes and dislikes of being a travel social worker. But before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? We are on the road to 1K. We almost there. So I need for you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with people who you think need to hear about it. And let's go ahead and get to the video. Okay, so let's start with some good stuff. Okay, let's start with the likes, okay? What I like, or should I say love, clearly the pay. Okay, like let's be clear. Like, why are you interested in travel social work? Is it for the traveling or is it for the coin? Well, for me, it's for both. It's both, but I truly, really love and appreciate, my bank account appreciates the pay that I get. I'm getting paid significantly more than I was getting paid as a staff social worker at a hospital. So that pay is nice. It is nice. Let me tell you this, do not, if you are new to social work, new to travel social work, don't lowball yourself. The more money you ask for, the more you negotiate for. It makes it easy for all of us travel social workers to ask for more money too. So the more that you lowball yourself, it's going to make it harder for everyone else to ask for more money, okay? Does that make sense? Listen, aim high, okay? The other thing I love is obviously traveling across the country. I'm only on 2 contracts. My first one was in DC with an extension, so I stayed there from February to August. And then I came back home because if you've been following me, I broke my ankle, okay? And I wanted to be closer to friends and family because I was so isolated for months. So I want to be closer and also to save more money. I have a per diem job out here too, so I'm earning more money. So my current contract is a local contract. So essentially that means I am getting paid a really high hourly rate, but the whole thing is taxed, which kind of sucks. Local assignments are 50 miles. If you are 50 miles or less away from the assignment, that will be considered a local assignment. 50 or more miles away is considered a travel contract. So hopefully that makes sense. But I like the traveling. Being over in DC was great. It was a great opportunity. I had a great time, and I'll say, like, clearly breaking my ankle ruined it for like the last few months. And then a few months before that, I was studying for my my master's level exam. So I wasn't really able to put as much effort into exploring the city, but I have been in DC before, and I can always go back, right? That's the beauty of travel social work. You can always go back. With that being said, what I do like and love about travel social work is the opportunity to explore new places. What I also love is, as a travel social worker, you escape all the workplace politics, okay? Nope, there's no clique. You don't have to be in no clique, okay? You don't have to be in no workplace gossip, okay? You don't have to be in there trying to dismantle and rebuild the organization or the hospital, okay? No, you're just there to do a job, and after your 13 weeks, you can leave, okay? Another thing is, if you don't like the job after 13 weeks or however long your contract is, you're out of there, okay? You don't have to stay. You don't have to extend. You can leave. And a lot of times, especially as a Black woman, a lot of workplaces can be hostile or just not a really pleasant place to be. So I do appreciate that I have the opportunity to do my time and then go somewhere else. Not saying that the assignments I've been at have been hostile, no. I'm just saying in general, as in my experience as a professional, you know, some workplaces can be hostile toward you due to your race, due to you being a woman. I also like that there is a possibility to extend. So my first contract, like I said, I extended that one. The local contract I'm on now, they've asked me to extend. So I do like the fact that you can extend if you want to, or if there's opportunity to. And that just gives you a little bit more stability, so you don't really have to move around so much, because with traveling, there is an expectation that you're going to pick up and leave within 13 weeks or so, right? So having the opportunity to extend is great. I also love that I'm gaining new experience and skills. Like my first contract, I was working in a transplant clinic. I knew nothing about transplants. other than like my own like personal experience or knowledge of it, right? I've never worked with any transplant recipients or like candidates or whatever, right? So that was great to be able to see that and work within that type of system. This assignment I'm in now, I'm doing discharge planning, which is a very, very valuable skill to have, and I'm now getting the experience I need within this assignment, right? So I love that I'm learning new case management systems. I'm learning about new like departments and new like, you know, things within healthcare that I've never got to experience. So I definitely feel like that is a beautiful thing of travel social work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the dislikes. I actually feel like I think I have more dislikes than likes, but I feel like the things I love about travel social work outweigh the things I don't like, even though there's more things I don't like. One thing I don't like is health insurance. So yes, you can have health insurance through your agency, but the thing is that the health insurance is going to end once your contract is over. Okay, so you will not have health insurance when your contract is over, and it is the nature of travel, any travel work, like travel nursing, travel whatever. You kind of jump between travel agencies. Like some people, you usually don't stick with just one agency. You go where the money resides, and that could be with another agency. So because of that, because you're jumping around so much, or maybe you want to take a break between contracts, whatever, your health insurance will lapse, and that's not okay. Okay, let me tell you, okay, I broke my ankle in the middle of me like extending my contract, so I took like 2 weeks off in between my extension or whatever, right? So I had health insurance coverage, it was just inadequate. So that's another thing. Some of these agencies offer you health insurance, and like the cheaper options are going to have the bare minimum, and what I had was the bare minimum. And it's nobody's fault but my own that I chose that plan, because I'm damn near 30 years old. I could have read through what I was signing up for. But the thing is that, you know, at regular jobs, at staff jobs, typically the health insurance is great, right? And there's nothing that you lack within your health insurance coverage. That wasn't the case. You know, when I broke my ankle, I had to come out of pocket thousands of dollars for my surgery and my aftercare. So keep that in mind, that one, maybe the health insurance that your agency offers is not going to be good. Two, you may want to take some breaks in between contracts, or you may switch agencies. So, you know, you'll have some type of lapse in coverage if you're only on the agency's healthcare. What I decided to do is I just got health insurance through the exchange. So Washington Health Plan Finder, since I'm a Washington resident, I used Washington Health Plan Finder to get my health insurance coverage. So I pay a few hundred a month for dental and health, physical health. And I have really good coverage now. So I'm grateful for that, because I learned my lesson. Listen, if you don't take anything from this video, just make sure when you do get your health insurance, when you start traveling, make sure you are covered, and you're covered in any state, not just the state that you reside or work in. Like, just be covered, okay? Let me add this before I move on. Like, I know that a lot of us are young and pretty, we associate health or, being healthy with youth. And that could be the case for a lot of people, but sometimes you don't know if you have anything underlying, for one. For two, emergencies happen, accidents happen. So just make sure you are covered adequately, despite your age, despite your health status. Like, just be covered, okay? Another dislike I have about travel social work is like having to work with different management styles, okay? So there's times where, the management style is really hands-off, you just do your own thing. And then there's times when the management style is a little bit too micromanaging, okay? So within travel, you have to know how to navigate all types of management styles. That is kind of hard for me to adjust to. I like a really specific management style, but again, I'm still new to traveling. This is still like all a learning experience, and now I know moving forward what I need to do, which is in the interview process, ask more questions about how they manage and how they supervise. So I know that it's going to be a good fit. Another thing I kind of dislike is, I think it's a beautiful thing, but also a hard thing to do, is like when you're constantly moving around and traveling, you're not laying down the roots at all. So you do have to leave behind like certain relationships that you do build. You kind of have to cut the relationship building stage short. You traveling a lot may like make you, not really want to build relationships or whatever the case may be. If you're intentional about your relationships and the friendships that you have, it shouldn't be an issue. However, that is kind of a dislike for me. It's kind of hard to build relationships or friendships with people when you're constantly moving around. And it's kind of hard to maintain the relationships you have from home if you're constantly moving around. Like, you really have to be really intentional. I'm learning that you have to be really intentional and put forth a lot of effort to make sure that those relationships are still strong or you're still building on them. Another thing I dislike is the fact that you get little to no training, and I was just introduced to this in my most recent assignment. I got 1 day of training and that was it, okay? So that makes it difficult, especially if you're working within a completely new city or completely new role. Like, let's say you only have experience in discharge planning, but now your role is in psychiatric hospital. Those two roles are really different. So there's going to be a significant learning curve for you. And the fact that you get little to no training makes that hard, okay? And the last thing I don't really like is the fact that you have to pick up and leave just about every 3 months. So it's a lot of coming and going. It is. And honestly, I'm still new to this. This is my first year doing it. I've only been on 2 contracts, one with an extension. So I haven't really experienced having to pick up and move every 13 weeks, but it's in my future. And so I like it, but then I don't. You hear what I'm saying? Like the idea of having to move again and again and again, that it's a lot. So that is what I love and what I do not like about travel social work. If you have any questions or any comments, if you're a travel social worker now, let us know what you like and what you dislike about travel social work. Let us know in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also share it with other people. And make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. My Instagram is theprototype_. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.